Hi! Welcome back to our channel.
Yay.
We are talking about rain today.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about what to do when it rains, benefits of the rain,
Drawbacks, how to prepare for it.
there's even special magic that only happens when it rains.
Mhm.
So,
Stay tuned.
yeah. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to talk about with rain, and I guess it's pretty important to know if you're planning a trip to Disney World specifically,
Yeah.
is that there is hurricane season in Florida. And so
Yes.
during the summertime, I believe it's like May, June to like August, September, probably September for sure,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to have a lot of rain. It rains almost every day in the afternoons. A lot of times it's thunderstorms. It's just a quick
Yeah.
storm,
it's
typically.
a downpour,
Not always, but
and then usually it's gone.
yeah. But just something to be aware of. Plan for rain.
Yes. So next we want to talk about kind of two ways to help shield yourself from the rain, which
Yes.
is ponchos and umbrellas.
Okay, so you get to choose between ponchos and umbrellas, or I mean, you can get wet, doesn't matter. But
But most people
most people
not.
prefer one of the two.
Yeah.
So one of the perks of the ponchos is that they're lightweight. They fold down to fit into your backpack very
Mhm.
easily, or your whatever kind of bag you use to carry it.
Yes.
Park ponchos are pretty expensive. So typically what we like to do, me and Ryan, we purchase packs of ponchos before we go, and then we have several just in case we
That way
rip
you
one
can
or-
throw them away if
Yep.
they get wet, because that is a drawback. When
Yes.
you take them off, they will be wet, and when you fold them, you are folding that water in there.
Yes.
It's really hard to keep it dry.
So if you are going to bring a poncho, we recommend bringing like a Ziploc bag type of a thing in case it is wet. But it does do a really good job of keeping the rain off of you.
Yes.
These actually, a lot of times I've seen several people wear them while wearing their mini ears.
Uh-huh.
So that's kind of a nice
They
thing.
make them kind of one size fits all, so there's lots of space for you to move around.
Yes. Yep. One of the downsides though of having a poncho is they do trap in heat.
Yes.
So they are quite a bit warmer. And
You might get a little steamy inside.
yes.
That is something that happens.
And your shoes will definitely get wet because it basically just
Mhm.
drips down the poncho onto your feet. I don't really mind that, but some people, it might be a real issue.
Mhm. So something to do to maybe avoid that is wear flip-flops that dry easily, or maybe shoes that you don't really care about getting
Yeah.
wet.
I know a lot of people will wear things like Tevas in the
Mhm.
parks, and those do really well in the rain. So just something to consider. Okay.
Next is the umbrella. So they're very nice. I mean, this one is really big and it covers a lot, but most of them, the little portable ones, they're not that big.
They can also fold up to fit
So
your back.
they can usually fold up pretty small. But you do have to carry them. They are a little bit bulkier,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're trying to keep space or if you just want like little pocket ponchos. And an umbrella is not the best because you have to carry it around. But
They do a good job of keeping the rain off of you, though. It's not
Mhm.
going to be dripping down you. It's
you
going to
gotta
give
give
you
you a
space.
bubble.
Yeah, I was going to say, it gives you a nice bubble.
Yep.
So yeah, so those are kind of your options. They do allow umbrellas in the parks. Haunted umbrellas.
Right.
So yeah, just something to consider before you go. These are probably your two best options as far as if you're going to be out in the rain.
Mhm.
And truthfully, I think as far as pictures go, both work. So
Yeah, no, they're good.
yeah,
Because you're not going to be the only one in a poncho
No.
anyway.
no, definitely not.
And you can have fun with it. And if you're not going to use a poncho or an umbrella and you just want to brave the rain, have fun, jump in puddles.
We've
Disney's
done that
great
too.
for it.
Yes, you might
So-
as well have a good time.
Yeah.
So it's just like if you went on Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know.
Perfect. So something else you can do if you don't want to be out in the rain necessarily a lot is you can go into a ride line.
Yes.
So most of the ride lines in Florida are covered, right?
Well,
or
there's
is it Disney that's most covered?
It depends.
Okay.
I think there's a good variety of
That's fair.
covered and uncovered. So you'll have to choose wisely when you're choosing your
Yes.
ride line. Because some will trap you out in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
So,
For example, when I was on a trip with my parents,
yes.
we had just gone into the Big Thunder Mountain queue, and there was no sign of rain. I couldn't
As
get that
that often
out. Couldn't.
happens.
There's no sign of rain, so we started walking up. We had just went under the cover when it started to rain, and within about 5 seconds, it was a full-on downpour. And we had made it blind. They stopped the ride for safety reasons, and so no one could keep going. So all the people who kept trying to get in the line were stuck outside in the non-covered part. So there's a poor woman who looked like she just jumped into a pool.
Mm-hmm.
She was so wet. So you do have to be careful with which lines you choose, but it is a good way to stay out of the rain, especially if you pick one that maybe is an indoor queue or has an interactive queue to go into.
I think too, rides that are longer ones that are shows or things like that.
Mhm.
So It's a Small World is a really good one, especially at Disney World where the queue is inside. Or
Mickey's Philhar Magic is another good one. It's a big room where you go and wait.
Carousel of Progress.
Mm-hmm.
These are Magic Kingdom rides.
Yeah.
But there's similar rides at the different parks, Nemo or Dinosaur is primarily once you get inside.
Yeah, Soarin's all inside.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a variety of rides, but you can definitely use that time that it's raining outside to be inside in a queue dry.
Because usually, as we said, the storms don't last too long.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, not always, but usually you can go in a ride, come back out, and everyth's wet, but there was no sign of rain.
Yeah.
So
that does happen a lot more than you think. But if you did decide to use a poncho or an umbrella rather than waiting in a ride queue, something to know is that it actually cools down for just a little bit when it rains. It heats right back up. But so if you get a little bit of cool air, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so we definitely recommend, if you can, to get on a ride. It's a good use of time and it keeps you dry.
Yeah.
So the third thing that we wanted to talk about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is shopping. So the shops don't close just because it's raining.
No.
So that's a great time to go inside and shop because they're dry, they're inside.
And if you're super hot and you've got a little rain on you, they are always air conditioned, so you get a nice cool off. There is one drawback. Most people, if they don't want to leave the parks and don't want to go on a ride line, they will also join you. So the
Gets a little tight.
Yeah, the shops might get a little crowded.
Yeah.
But it still is a good time to go, and it's not so overly crowded. You usually can't move. So.
And who doesn't enjoy shopping at Disney?
Oh yeah.
If nothing else, just to look at what fun stuff they have. They always have really cool things.
Oh, yeah.
So
that is definitely an option. You can do that in any of the parks. A lot of them have, like in Magic Kingdom, they have a huge strip down Main Street that's all connected. Or in Epcot, in the land, they have an area where you could go get food if you wanted to take a break and go get some food.
Yes, that's also an option. As far as shopping, you can shop for food.
Always a good option.
Yes. Great option.
So the last option that you can do when it rains, I mean, you can do other things, but these are what we came up with.
Yeah.
Is you can leave the parks like many people do. And that, you could go back to your hotel, you could go to another park that may not be raining in that section because it is such a wide.
It is a big area. Yeah, I was going to say. It might be raining in one park and not in another park.
So you could always go there if you have a park hopping ticket. Or you could go down to Disney Springs or downtown Disney if you're in California. So
something that does happen, so a lot of these storms happen in the afternoons.
Yes.
So for some people, it's just like, hey, we know it's probably gonna, we need to go back and take a nap or we need to go rest. And this is the perfect thing to push us to do that. So you don't feel as bad. Because I know sometimes I feel bad when it's like, I'm out of the parks and I have the ticket and I want to make the most of it. So if you needed that excuse,
it's a good excuse.
Sometimes that's a great excuse to have. It's just, it's raining. We don't want to be outside. So.
And that's totally valid.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine. So yeah, you can definitely leave if it gets too intense. Sometimes shows will be canceled because of the storms.
Yes.
Whether that's like the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, fireworks, Fantasmic, like sometimes those do get canceled, and so sometimes it just you do have to either leave or ride the rides. So,
but if you do decide to stay, despite any of the other tips we've given you, the crowd level does usually go down because most people, they get that push and they're like, okay, kids need to go out or we need to take a rest, go get food, whatever. So a lot of people will leave, so you kind of have a little bit more time to go places and there's less crowds. So yeah. And finally, our little special surprise of what happened in the rain.
So there is a special parade that happens only when the Festival of Fantasy, isn't that what it's called?
Yep.
Gets canceled. And it is the Rainy Day Cavalcade. And it is the cutest thing I've ever seen. It is my dream to actually get to see it in person.
Yes.
Which is such a funny thing to want it to rain. But like, I totally want to see it.
It's so cute. The dancing is awesome. The costumes, they're in those cute little yellow rain jackets.
The cast members that are all in it, they all come out in their rain gear. All the characters are all in their rain gear and in special covered cars so that they don't get wet because nobody wants to get wet. But it's the cutest parade.
It's really fun.
And then it's extra special because it's like, oh, we missed the big parade, but you get something that's unique and that not everybody gets to experience. Yeah, I love that they do that.
Oh yeah, no, it's so fun.
Yeah.
But those are just some little tips and tricks and of what to do when it rains.
Yes. If you have any, let us know down in the comments. Let us know your favorite way to get out of the rain. I think mine is the people mover. Even though sometimes you get a little gust of wind, it's fun to get to see the park in the rain.
Yes, going on the people mover is the best. And usually if there's not a line, depends on the park level. Sometimes people will crowd to it, other times they'll flock away. If they flock away and you're on it, you can usually just keep going. They'll let you
until it like stops raining. So
it's fantastic.
Yeah. So definitely let us know what your favorite way to deal with the rain is. And then subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. We have more fun content coming. We're really excited.
If you want to get those notifications, hit that little bell. And
we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Hi guys. Oh dear. Let's try that again. Sorry. Come on, everyone.
Here is the fun has just begun. I totally got the words.
The wonderful Disneyland parade. I was saying it off really off key, but that's okay.
I tried to match it off key. It just got more off.
Special magic that only happens in the parade. Stay tuned.
Did you sing the parade?
Or special.
I caught it this time though.
Yes, thank you.
Alright. Let me close this gigantic thing.
It smells terrible. It makes my hands smell so bad.
It's so old.
Oh.